Ladies and gentlemen, now in today's video, I'm going to be giving you the 4-month account tour for WhaleMilker3000, which is the brand new free-to-play account that we started just after the release of Avengers Endgame. I think it was on the final day of April, so technically, if you want to get technical about this, man, this is the 4-month and 10-day account tour. However, we hit those first 2 months really hard, man. I think we got uncollected in 30 days, and then after that, very shortly within the 2-month period, we also got Act 5 completion and Realm of Legends done, and we've just been blitzing uncollected and also doing a little bit of variant as well ever since in the last 2 months. So it's been just insane how much we've got done, and I feel like 4 months, it just feels like a lot longer than that, man, that I've been playing this account. But looking back, it really is just like 4 and a bit months of grinding, which is so crazy, because I looked up like WhaleMilker3000, who's kind of the OG free-to-play account that we started like 2 and a bit years ago, and I looked for the 4-month account tour on WhaleMilker3000, and this is the roster, man. This is a really interesting comparison, at least in my opinion, because at the time, I remember the comments being like, oh, this is so crazy. How did you get so many good champions at rank 4, man? How did you get so many 4 stars in 4 months? Like, what? You must have spent money on this account. Like, people just finding like this level of roster like completely unbelievable 4 months time. And if we switch over to the main roster now, man, and have a bit of a look, this is 4 months, boys. This is 4 months of free to play, and I can even prove that we got free to play, man, because we've still got all the offers in the stores as well. But just to give you a bit of a glimpse at the roster there before we go through and have a bit of a chat on some of the champions. So yeah, you know, just in a quick A and B there, it is just a little bit mad. And also at this point in the game, there were like no uncollected events. Venom wasn't buffed, so Venom was actually a little bit rubbish there. And I think I had 1 5-star that my big face is covering there, which was the 5-star version of Luke Cage. But this is a point in time where Luke Cage wasn't buffed yet, because he didn't get buffed till kind of early 2018 along with Red Hulk. So yeah, it's just a little bit crazy looking back, man, and kind of comparing both the accounts to see what they look like on the 4-month mark, because WhaleMilker3000, yeah, it's just light years ahead of the progression points of WhaleMilker27. So it's a little bit mad, man. It's a little bit mad. But as you can see, we've got all the offers up here. Also the signature, and this is a way to identify a true free-to-play account, is any player that hasn't spent money in the game is always going to have this 5 times Peter Parker's wallet bonus offer active. But as you can see, man, absolutely no money spent, you know, premium level rewards there, everything is still there, lads. We haven't spent a goddamn dime on this game, and everything on this account has also been done, like progression-wise, exactly the same as WhaleMilker27. So if we go for any kind of big progression leap to get like more rewards or do any like crystal openings, they're always on the channel, and I add them to the free-to-play playlist as well. So if you want to check out some of the free-to-play playlist to see, you know, how we've tackled various bits of content, you can do on the channel. But in this game, there really is that point where you get a few good 4-star champions that can kind of cover a lot of utility, a lot of different fights. They kind of cover each other's weaknesses so that you can push through heroic, master, and also uncollected 100%. And also do like side events. We've had like Spider-Man class trips as well. Kind of once you got a solid foundational roster that has like a lot of counters to stuff, it is a little bit crazy how quickly your progression can kind of snowball and your roster can really expand, man, because you're bringing in so many like 4-star champions. If you can do like uncollected and usually the side event as well, that's like at least 2 5-star champions a month usually. And on top of that, like recently as well, we've had a very good logging calendar, like events in comparison to like 2 years ago. Like the Alliance ones have been substantially buffed, but our Alliance is like super casual as well. We do like Alliance Quest map 3 and then 2 and 2, and I just like I go in very casually to a little bit of AQ map 2, and like Alliance War is just practically non-existent in the Alliance, man. We rarely do it, so it's kind of just doing those like 3-day events as well, and also Summoner Advancement as well. That's a great event on the site. But yeah, there are just so many sources nowadays to get like 4-star and 5-star champion shards in comparison to like when I was building up WhaleMilker3000. So it is a little bit mad, but let's have a look at the roster. So a couple of weeks ago, or a week and a bit ago actually, we got our first 6-star champion on the free-to-play account, who was the champion. So the champion, he's all right, you know, he's not the best, he's not the worst. However, we got our first 6-star character via 2 uncollected 100% runs, and that was in the Mysterio and Spider-Man event, and also in the Sunspot and Warlock event. So 2 100% uncollected, that's 5,000 6-star shards there. Act 5 completion, that was another 2,500 there. We also did a little bit of uncollected completion on the Namor and Invisible Woman event as well, so that was some 6-star shards there as well. Also the Epic Spider-Man class trip, that was 1,000 there, and also Variant 3 completion. So all of those sources are how we built up to our first 6-star, in case anybody was curious there. But yeah, 6-star champions, if you're doing the right stuff, man, they are you know, not too difficult to build up to. They're just a little bit of a grind, man, a little bit of a grind. And again, you do need that solid foundational roster to get through the content in the first place. But if you're making good 4-star rank up decisions, it can certainly happen. The 5-star roster is looking a lot better, man, a lot better after the last couple of months, because it was in a bit of a dire situation for a while. So the very first 5-star champion was Hyperion, and I was well happy about that one, because Hyperion is just such a beast mode character, so good for all sorts of content. And then it was followed up with, I think it was like Cyclops, Cable, like Loki, Venompool, and then another Cyclops. So it was looking really, really bad. And then we got Ultron and She-Hulk in an opening, and then in the very last opening that we did in the previous week, we got Iceman, Thing, and also Void. So the Iceman, Thing, and Void, a crazy, man, that opens up so many options. And I think what I'm trying to do next on the free-to-play in terms of the 5-star roster is take Iceman up to rank 4, because he is the only champion in this roster at the moment that can get me Cavalier, because I need a solution to the crossbones in Act 5. And it's also been like about 2 years since Iceman was kind of like relevant on my main account, so I haven't kind of properly played Iceman in a very, very long time. So I think Iceman, he'd be a fun champion to have up the top. Again, I want to play characters on this account that I just don't really play usually on my main account at the moment, and that's one of the big goals. But also, I want to take She-Hulk up, man. I want to get her up to rank 4. Like, even after her nerf, like, I still love playing She-Hulk, man. She's a lot of fun and very good for a lot of different matchups as well. So I want to upgrade Iceman and She-Hulk, but I might also and I'm not sure about this. It is a pretty good option, man. If I upgrade like 5-star Thing to like rank 2, rank 3, then he's just crazy good for variant 2. And that could give me like another rank 5 5-star champion and so many additional resources as well. So it's kind of like a no-brainer for progression just because he's so good for that. But also like variant 1, like Thing is really good for as well, because he's shock immune, and also the full synergy works well for a lot of different fights and scenarios. So Thing, he's a ticket to a very easy time in variant content, especially with the pairing of the 6-star version of the champion as well. And also Thing allows Champions Furies to last a little bit longer. But in terms of the 4-star roster, who are my MVPs? There are already 2 champions that have done so much for me, man, like especially in the last couple of months. So Venom the Duck and Emma Frost. Like Venom the Duck, I think, is the all-time MVP at the moment at the free-to-play account. Like we've used him for so much stuff in like Uncollected, Act 5 completion, and also the Realm of Legends run initially we did with Venom the Duck as well. But Venom the Duck is just such a crazy good character, man. He's absolutely fantastic. Emma Frost has been very useful for a lot lot of skill matchups, evade champions in particular, she's really, really good for. But we've played Emma Frost really for all sorts, but especially during the Spider-Man and Mysterio event, which was my first uncollected 100% push. She was amazing for, because she completely counters evade in telepath form, and like every single boss apart from I think Mysterio had evade there. So yeah, Emma Frost was crazy good for that. Quake as well. We've played a little bit of Quake here and there. I'm still not a very good Quake player, but I'm you know, a little bit better than I was 4 months ago, for sure. The champion we used, like, to get uncollected, and a fair bit at the start of the account, but it's a little bit rare we play the champion nowadays. We've used him for, like, uncollected, like, Warlock boss fights, and also Mysterio. He didn't do much against Warlock, because I was a bit of a scrub that day, but he's quite good for some of the Mysterio fights, if I remember. Darkhawk has been great for double immunities. He was very good for the uncollected Namor boss, and also Masochism nodes for getting uncollected. Aegon has done nothing but sit in my roster so far, but I want to get him awakened at some point. We used a generic 4-star gem to awaken Sentinel, and at rank 4 we got variant completion with the 444-star Sentinel, so that was amazing, man. Like, I think that's pretty much my use for Sentinel already is variants, but he's great for all 3 of them, man. Variant 1, variant 2, variant 3. Like, Sentinel, he's an absolute variant god, such a valuable champion to have. Electro, Guillotine, and Old Man Logan haven't seen much use since the initial Cavalier run there, so yeah, they've been on the bench, man. But Old Man Logan, he's getting buffed at some point soon, but we're kind of at that point on our account where we really want to focus on the 5-star roster because of the restrictions in like Act 6 content. And then we got Magic. I've fully ranked down my 4-star She-Hulk. We actually had her maxed out, and she was really useful for like last month's event, and when I could cheese on the chain heavy, but I ranked her down, man, because I want the resources back. I want the gold back. Like, gold is so difficult to get on a free-to-play account, man, that I was like, you know, I'm not going to use the 4-star She-Hulk anymore because I got the 5-star version. So yeah, I'm going to get all of the resources back with the rank down tickets. So yeah, she's going to stay at rank 1 for a while. We also have a ton of 4-star champions that we could potentially rank up if we ever need their utility. Characters like Venom in the woodworks, like Spider-Gwen, Dr. Octopus as well. Doc Ock is really good for all of the variants, man. So if we are going 100% and we do need his power control, we might take him up at some point in the future. It'd be great to get like a 5 or 6-star Doc Ock though. That'd be a really, really good time. We got Ghost Rider if we ever need him, Dormammu if we ever need him there, and yeah, so many 4-star champions, man. It's a little bit crazy. We got Hawkeye as well, maybe for variant 1 because he's very good for the tricky power gain matchups. So who knows, man? We could be playing around with that Hawkeye at some point in the future there. But that is pretty much it for the roster. 3-star champions, we just got Angela and Cat maxed out. I kind of leveled up Ronin a little bit. I think we used him for a while, but didn't gain too much value out of leveling up Ronin there. And we had Hulk to 100% the epic of the like side event for Avengers Endgame. So that was a pretty fun time there. But that's the roster overall, and I must say it's looking amazing. It's looking so good for just 4 months played. This is it's ridiculous levels of progression in the game nowadays, man. If you are doing the right stuff, you're hitting the right content, you've got a very good handle on how to play the game. But also, just to show you the inventory and how many resources we got, we've almost got 1 tier 5 basic. We're getting a little bit closer to that. We're capped on the tier 4 basic at the moment. It's really gold I need to upgrade. We've got a lot in terms of tier 4, man, a lot of Cosmic. We've been very lucky with the Cosmic. So I could rank 4 Hyperion if I wanted to at the moment. I want to take up other champions as opposed to Hyperion, but just because I play Hyperion like so much on the main account that I'm trying to kind of make him a bit more of a backseat champion. But hey, the option is there if we need it, man. And if this is like a main account, I definitely like throw everything I have into Hyperion at the moment, because Hyperion is just crazy good for all sorts. We got 4 mutant, 3 science, 4 mystic. We got 0 skill, but I have Aegon at rank 5, man. I just need to awaken him there, and we have 2 tech as well. So yeah, we got a lot of T4CC actually, and a couple of rank up gems in the inventory as well. I think we have a mutant rank 4 one, and also a mutant 2 to 3 one as well. I think we got 2 of those. That is a fairly decent time there. So yeah, we got a few boosts as well, man. Some 10% ones, 20% ones from doing a little bit of the first day of Alliance quest every single week. Always a very valuable day to stay on top of there. But yeah, just to also show you the progression in terms of the story. So this is what we've done so far. We have not done Act 4 100%, but I'm working to do Chapter 4 100% just when I have a little bit of spare energy, which is, you know, usually toward the end of the month. Act 5, we've only done the initial completion, not worked toward 100% exploration yet, although that is something that I'm going to be working on over the next few months. However, I do want to make that Cavalier push, man, just to unlock the title, the upgraded crystals, the upgraded like daily rewards, the calendar as well. And I imagine like when Christmas comes around, there's probably going to be like an upgraded Cavalier gift on Christmas Day, and I think with the release of like 6.4 we're probably going to see a Cavalier difficulty as well. So I think, you know, Uncollected, it didn't start off with like that many perks, but now there's a lot of perks, and I think it's going to be a very similar way with Cavalier. So yeah, I just want to get on the Cavalier train as quickly as we possibly can, and if we have the champions to do an initial run, I think we might as well go for it, man. We might as well go for it. So hopefully we can get Cavalier before the 6-month mark on the free-to-play account. And then in terms of, yeah, the event quest as well, just to show you where we are at the moment. Special quest, we done Realm of Legends. Not bothering with Road to Labyrinth until I'm ready to do Labyrinth of Legends, because the rewards for it a little bit sucky, man. They're certainly not too great there. We've done the initial completion in the brand new variant Polar Opposites. I'm looking at doing Mystery in the Micro Realms completion in the next month or so. That'd be really good to get done as well, because that's another 5-star champion hero crystal, more 6-star shards, like a load of rank up gems as well, and also a big old stack of gold, man. There are some very valuable rewards there, and I'd like to do Chapter 1 of Ultron's Assault completion. I don't think we're like too far off that, but a full completion, we actually might be able to handle it with some of the champions that we have. I think Venom the Dark, like 6-star champion. We got Thing as well. Take up She-Hulk. I think we can get through it, man. You know, we're gonna have to wait and see. Maybe I'm mostly worried about Chapter 2, because I think we got a pretty good roster for Chapter 1, Chapter 3. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. I think that's definitely second priority in comparison to the completion of Variant 2, because that one is a little bit easier overall. And also, we still have to 100% this month's Uncollected, and also the Time After Time event on Epic is going to give us another guaranteed 5-star champion. And also, in terms of the shards as well, I think there's another 5-star champion via all the 5-star shards combined there. And also the Grandmaster crystals from the Unified Crystal shards this month. So yeah, there are so many rewards, not to mention as well, and this is the big one at the moment, which is we're moving into the last few weeks of the login calendar. I actually did miss some days, so I'm a little bit behind in comparison to everybody else. We got a load of 5-star shards coming in. We got some tier 2 alpha, the big stack of 5,000 5-star shards there, the 5-star awakening gem, another T4CC. So yeah, there's a lot of really good stuff coming with the login calendar as well, man. So very excited about that one. But overall, we're moving good, man, in a lot of really decent directions. And finally, very finally as well, just to show you the mastery setup, it is remarkably basic for the free-to-play account here. So we've got 28 points in offense. This is like the cheapest, the most budget mastery endgame setup that you can pretty much have in Marvel Contest of Champions. But yeah, we've done everything so far with this one. I actually have 5 spare points that I don't know really where to put yet. I'm kind of saving until I can afford like either Despair or Glass Cannon, but I don't like need them yet. So I'm trying to like save like spending the units, man, so I can have those for revives if needed for kind of progression pushes. Also got 6 points in defense there, just for the block proficiency really, and also 8 points in proficiencies for parry, dexterity, and also the increased stun duration as well. So this is like a really bare bones mastery setup. Again, probably the most budget endgame mastery setup out there. But hey, you know, it's all you need, man. A decent mastery setup and a little bit of skill to get you far in this game. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the end of the 4-month account tour for WhaleMilker3000. If you did enjoy today's video, please do smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. But aside from that, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.